it's solid rock.
This time on Heavy Rescue 401.
Really?
Rocky wreck.
We're just worried about it rolling.
Rocky recovery.
It's gonna go over.
Gotta come up with some idea.
Adam faces
Let it go slowly. Go.
a downhill slide.
Don't touch the brakes! Why is she being like this?
And a hard frozen fight.
We're gonna run into a problem with that.
Hits the breaking point.
Give her!
You got a clean road going your way. Isn't this nice?
It's been a smooth morning on the highways around Toronto.
Everything's clear here.
But as the morning nears its end, the weather is about to change.
A little bit of a different scenario starting up in and around Hamilton and to the north. Some snow squalls appear to be showing up.
To the west, frigid northern air is blasting across Lake Huron.
It just started snowing here.
Picking up moisture that's fueling intense bands of whiteout snow.
Got some line squalls coming in off of Huron. Like lake effect.
Snow that's blowing straight toward the city.
This was funny about 20 minutes ago. Somebody must have hit the snow.
Yeah, 10-4, thank you very much.
Sergeant Kerry Schmidt is heading west to a call just south of Guelph.
Transport truck in the ditch, Highway 401 eastbound between Highway 6 south and Guelph line. I know there's going to be many delays in that area, and all the secondary roads are going to be overwhelmed. Hopefully we can get this highway reopened completely very soon.
These snow squalls, they can happen in an instant. Drivers can go from completely dry, blue sky conditions to complete whiteout conditions and zero visibility in a heartbeat.
Yeah, it's pretty heavy out here.
They're driving in a manner which does not allow them to stop and drive in control. There could be a mess.
Wow, down the ditch, way deep in there. This is going to be quite the challenge to get pulled out of here.
There's something in the wheelbarrow to pull them out.
The transport truck lost control. He got locked up in the mud. Driver's going too fast, and here we got this cleanup to deal with. We only got the right lane blocked, which is good, but we still have traffic backed up all the way to Cambridge.
If we can get the nose out, then that way we can start to come around. Yeah, even if we get the back of the trailer to my stiff leg.
Yeah, that's what we're gonna do.
It's been a fight right from the start.
The heavy crew on scene has wrestled the semi back to the edge of the road.
Okay, tighten up on blue, Rob.
But classic towing rotator op Charles Coffrin can see that the fight is far from over. After 3 decades in the business,
I can smell the rubber burning a bit.
Charles has played a big part in some of Classic's biggest recoveries.
Charles, slow down. That's it, buddy. Park it.
She's a white knuckle, buddy.
Holy crap, that was cool.
This winter, Charles made a leap in his heavy recovery career.
I stepped up into the rotator this year, and I'm getting better every day that I use the truck.
Today, Rob Bradshaw and Edgar Starts are joining him to fight resistance that's only getting worse.
It's all stuck in the mud. Trailer sinks sideways, so right away we needed the other one to hold it, you know?
Yeah. When we got here this morning, the ground was hard, but now as temperature's going up, it's starting to turn into a big mud bath down here. We just got a couple different lines running here to bring her up between my truck and Edgar's truck. Hey, you ready, Rob? Give her. My plan is to bring this truck back up the same path it went in. We got about 25,000 pounds of chicken on. We want to keep it upright. She doesn't even want to budge. thing's gonna fight right to the damn end. Just keep pulling him backwards. He's just fighting. Wow.
On North America's busiest highway, is not an option.
What's going on, driver? They're cleaning up a wreck. Somebody parked out in the ditch.
Hold on. With all the mud and everything built up here, the incline, it's just pulling Rob's truck back.
Let's do one thing easier. Grab your other line. You can take it there and almost bring it where you are now.
Wrap an endless loop around there. I'll run my line down to here.
The ground's getting softer, and now we're worried about this thing possibly going over.
Into here, like here.
They add a line to try to hold the trailer upright as it moves onto the road.
Snatch blocks going onto the shackle there.
But the next squall is already on top of them.
Who ordered the snow?
We had complete whiteout.
It's right in my eyes.
That's a concern for me. In the back of my mind, I'm worrying about the cars behind us. Your head has to be on a 360 swivel out here. Makes you kind of want to go a little quicker, and sometimes that's when mistakes happen.
Go!
With visibility getting worse, Charles needs the final pull to go smoothly and quickly.
Ooh. I think we just lost the hook on the front.
I held the trailer, and Edgar was pulling the front of the tractor, and our pin snapped.
It's gonna be a pig all the way out.
I'm under pressure from the OPP. They want the highway open, and I can't get this thing to roll.
Why is she being like this? Why?
You got blue sky and sunlight.
100 miles east.
Sunshine and dry roads again.
Skies and roads are clear of snow.
That's not what's going on. You know what happened at that wreck there?
But Mitch Wright is answering an urgent call on Highway 28.
We're headed to Port Hope, about 20 kilometers north of the highway. We got a tractor trailer rolled over with some pretty significant damage. My dad's coming behind me and my brother Billy as well. We're gonna get together and make a plan. Oh, we see some flashing lights up here. We got fire, police, everybody's on scene, and it is definitely rolled over. That's gonna be a tough one for sure. Showing up to this wreck, you could tell, you know, this was a pretty catastrophic crash. Front axle's broken right off. Tractor's absolutely destroyed. It looks like the crew's showing up here now.
Mitch's brother, Billy, and father, Bill Sr. get their own first look.
This is kind of ugly, eh? Like, it's pretty mangled.
The front axle's pushed back under the cab, the wheels are flat, the back axles are crooked. A whole lot of damage.
The southbound semi lost control, crossing the oncoming lane, smashing into the ditch, and slamming onto its side.
I just hope everybody's all right. It looks pretty nasty.
And getting it out will be a nasty job.
Definitely a different one. It's rolled over on the east side going southbound, so the wheels aren't pointed towards the road. Generally, you can just roll them over onto their wheels and yank them out onto the road, but this one threw us a little bit of a curveball. Everything that could go wrong and make it hard is there. It's definitely gonna be a big job.
So it's got to be recovered onto its wheels towards the ditch, which is always a challenge.
But before they can even work out a plan,
Ooh, when did that start?
We got fuel, a bit of fuel right in here. Look at the ditch.
What, it's getting worse?
Yeah. Let's get this thing out of here.
If it gets into the ground, it ends up being a huge dig, and it can add hours and hours, sometimes days onto a recovery.
I need some more of these catch pads.
We just gotta hurry.
Yeah, right lane closed ahead of you there.
It's getting pretty ugly out here right now. Snow is making for very tricky driving.
Back on the 401 near Guelph.
She doesn't even want to budge.
No?
No.
Charles and crew have re-rigged for a second attempt at coaxing the semi onto the road.
I will release this little bit. Try. I will release this one.
Okay, yeah.
We made a couple of adjustments. We started to regroup and rethink. You never want to give up.
Instead of fighting all the resistance at once, they'll pull in 2 stages. Charles will first pull the back end onto the highway.
Are you completely off?
Then Edgar will pull the tractor.
There we go. Finally. Wow.
Trailer's pretty much where I want it, up to the road.
We got her.
But after losing one of their rigging points, Edgar will be working at a disadvantage.
But you can just jackknife the tractor?
That's what we're hoping.
I will be hooking on the toe pin. In this case, we have only one because other one is damaged.
So he must now rely on just a single pin to take the force of his pull through the heavy mud.
Where do you want me? Anywhere? Or?
Just for now, stay here and pray with me, I guess.
We're gonna run into a problem with that.
Oh. Okay, you are holding it with yours, yeah?
I am holding it.
Let's put my stiff light back.
Everything's building up and it's just creating more and more of a mound and way too much resistance for us.
Give her!
The tires are getting stuck.
It's sinking in ground. At the same time, we try to bring it up.
Just slowly, slowly.
Unbelievable.
On Highway 401 at Highway 6,
That's lucky I didn't fly into traffic.
the heavy resistance was too much for a single toe pin.
All I heard was the ping, and I know what that ping sound is.
God damn it. The pull pin. Just sheared it off.
It's like a gunshot going off. It happens so fast. There's really nothing anyone could do.
It was within inches of his head. It would have been fatal if it hit him. That's how devastating it could have been.
I was lucky. You don't have time to think.
Okay, go.
But it wasn't a total loss. Edgar pulled the truck far enough to allow access for rigging to the axle.
Okay.
Everything was going decent.
We have this thing almost to the top of the road where we want it. Just need to get this thing back on the asphalt.
All right.
And they need to get it there without flipping the top-heavy trailer.
Charles, go!
Yeah, go. Finally. She's almost on the road.
everything's starting to roll, and it's a sigh of relief that this thing is headed for the road.
Slowly, slowly. Stop. He's out. That's it. Jump! Free spin!
It took all the horsepower of all these tows to get it pulled out of that mud and muck and snow and slush. They finally got up on the shoulder, getting it cranked up out of here and get it rolling shortly.
Customer still gets to deliver their load.
We're towing the tractor away, which is saved, going to the customer. It's a great day.
Went little, not like I wanted, but it's out. There's no damage and it's out.
End of the day, it's a win. It's an ugly win, but it's a win. Woo.
It's a win for the crew and for the new rotator rod.
Oh yeah, let's go.
All right.
The team performed awesome. They stepped up to the plate and did a phenomenal job.
That's it. Thank you.
Nice job.
It's a dangerous job, but I wouldn't trade it for the world.
All lanes are reopened now. Tow truck is hooked up, moved off the highway. Something going on up here on the right.
Adjust that now.
Back on Highway 28, near Port Hope.
We're in a bit of a time crunch now. There's a bit of diesel running through the ditch.
The B&G crew has soaked up the leaking fuel, but to fully stop the flow, they need to get the tractor upright quickly.
The longer this tractor's on its side, the bigger problem we're gonna have on our hands.
All right.
Bill Jr., who has the least experience in heavy recovery, will separate the tractor and then re-rig to roll it onto its wheels.
It's not something that I've done a lot. This gives me a good chance to show them what I'm capable of.
Okay, they got the lane closed for you now. You're good. Yeah. Has it come ahead at all yet, Mitch? Not yet, but you're not far, I don't think. There you go. Yeah, it's coming to you now.
As Bill starts to pull the tractor free,
It's gonna come right over.
he sees a chance to save some vital time.
Once I started pulling with the quick swap, the front axle dug into the ground and it acted as a leverage point.
I'm gonna keep pulling. It's gonna come right over on its wheels. You're kidding me, right? You couldn't have planned that if you tried. Fuel leak has stopped.
Now that we've got the truck uprighted, we're gonna pull it out of the ditch quick and then get it up on the road.
Oh, yeah, pull. Oh, that's coming. Yeah. Not very nicely, but it is. That's good. Any spills? No. Yeah, I think we got her all. Awesome. Back up, hook onto her, and pick it. Okay, ready?
My brother, Billy, is gonna get the tractor ready to tow.
Gently.
Me and my dad are gonna start tackling getting this trailer rolled over.
Working in a single lane, Mitch's father wants to rig for maximum maneuverability to control the trajectory without endangering drivers or repositioning.
We'll get a strap under here, right? Okay. You want to tie right into a D-ring on the rail? Yeah, and come right under. You're gonna lift it right up, right? Yeah.
But the plan will be extremely challenging for the operator.
Have you ever run 4 independents like this?
My dad came up with the idea to do 4 lines, 2 auxiliary and 2 mains, and it's not something I've done yet, but I know between the two of us that we could definitely make it happen.
So we'll run the auxiliaries down to this bottom one. Correct. And my high cable's up to the top. Absolutely. On both sides.
They'll run 2 lines to the far side and 2 more to the near side, allowing Mitch to both lift and then roll the semi in midair without stopping. Mitch will have to control and adjust all 4 winches independently. At at the same time.
Boom out, pick the other side up with this side, swing it right into your outrigger legs. Okay.
The 4-point roll that we're performing here today, this will be a first for Mitch. Mitch is going to get a real feel for what happens when you have 4 independent lines hooked to 4 independent corners.
And Bill, just wondering about timing.
Everybody's asking how long, when are we going to be opening, what are you doing? You've got to do your best to get it open as soon as possible.
I'd say about 15, 20 minutes, we'll have it up on the road beside us.
It's the first time that I've done a roll right off the side of the truck with my auxiliaries and my mains. It's definitely out of my comfort zone.
You're running 4 winch lines. If you move one at a time, it goes up and turns. You get a lot of movement out of the trailer.
Any movement you make with one winch line will actually affect the position of the entire trailer and how it hangs below your boom.
It's a learning curve. Bring in on my auxiliaries first. See what happens.
Yeah, I gotta get this going.
Right when you start to see the trailer lift off the ground, that's when you know it's go time. You're all in, and it's time to get the job done.
Is it moving on that back tire a little bit now?
Keep going.
He's realizing now how sensitive the controls are in this situation. The trailer will make an erratic movement if you move one wire rope more than another.
Front's high.
What?
You got the front fairly high. Mitch?
Is it moving on that back tire a little bit now?
Keep going.
On the edge of Highway 28, Mitch is attempting a delicate maneuver using 4 separate winches for the first time.
As the trailer comes up, we're starting to do this roll. It's got my nerve shot.
See how one line twists her up, eh?
Yeah.
It's very sensitive.
He has to keep in mind that very little wire rope movement is a lot of trailer swing.
I'd be tempted to let my mains down some more and stand her up against the bank.
That was 4 lines at once, by the way.
Just make sure you don't get too much swing into it.
This thing's starting to roll. It's getting pretty close to the truck, and that's my biggest concern.
So use your inners and start bringing it up the bank.
Yeah, I was just gonna slide it up just a hair.
Yeah. That chain just slid.
If something was to happen and it was to hit the truck, there's lots of consequences that come with that.
You should be able to bring that right into you.
A whole bunch of things come into play all at once in the last little bit of the movement. Placement of the wheels, placement of the dollies, how close to the truck. It's got to clear the ditch.
In a bit more?
Yeah, bring it right up to you. Just boom up.
Oh, yeah, buddy. Good?
Now boom in and it'll set right down. That's gonna look pretty slick.
Like that?
Beautiful. You're loose here, bud. Good with that?
All 4 loose.
Seeing the tires touch down on the ground and then this thing be back on its feet is probably the biggest relief you can have.
Good to see Mitch able to manipulate the controls. It's not as easy as it looks.
To run 4 cables and kind of sometimes not feel like you have full control of it is a little bit intimidating, but it's another step, and I think it went really well.
He's never done one like that. That's beautiful.
Any day we can go out there and learn another step and put another bag of tools in my arsenal is perfect.
To go to a large recovery like this with both the boys, see them interact with each other, trade ideas with each other, it's a great feeling. That's what family business is all about.
Send it home in just about the same shape it went in the ditch. That's a win, brother.
I love what I do. It's given me real life experience that I don't think that the average 22-year-old kid gets.
It's just a proud dad moment.
Good job.
Thanks, guys. It's good to work with both boys at once, man.
Yeah.
Love you guys.
Temperature's starting the job.
You know, some points there, it's a whiteout.
120 miles west, back near Guelph.
These roads are slippery, man. Look at the snow.
Another chain of squalls is battering the 401 and the back roads to the south.
Your whiteouts in that area.
There's a streamer coming across here all day.
Maintenance crews fight to keep roads clear. But the onslaught keeps coming.
That's a good closure.
And en route towing's Adam Barzak has just hit a serious backup.
Looks like a couple vehicles stuck on the hill. You never know what you get into. The road was completely shut down. Yeah, it's slippery. You can't even stop.
On this county road hill, the tow trucks are struggling almost as much as the drivers they're trying to help.
It's pretty insane out here. Packed snow and ice. It doesn't matter if you have winter tires, you're still sliding.
Almost.
Sometimes one tons cannot do the job. That's why I decided to stay and help those guys.
Adam's answering a call for a jackknife semi. It's nowhere to be found.
We gotta come up with some idea how we're gonna get it out.
But he can't turn his back on fellow operators or stranded drivers.
At the end of the day, we are in this business to help people.
There's a plow waiting to get through and clear the road. If Adam can help get a tow truck to open a path.
What if you come up this? Up the edge. Up the edge, because this is not packed snow. Oh, he's got traction. Perfect. Let's go give him a hand. My idea worked.
With the tow truck in position, they need to start clearing the way for the plow.
Okay, let's see if this works.
First, they need to get the van oriented.
The plan here is to pull him away from the guardrail. We're gonna try to back him down the hill. There you go. Yeah, keep going. Pulling. Okay, we're in the straight path now. We're in the straight, good.
Yeah, you want to get more in the middle of the road, though?
I want to keep him on that snow. Because if he hits the brakes, he's sliding the way you slid, right?
Adam wants the driver to use the traction of the snow to slowly descend the hill backwards.
If you're driving down and you hit the brakes, you'll lose control. You'll just start sliding. Just stay on this path where it's fresh snow. Don't go in the middle of the road, because that's pure ice. So put it in reverse and let it go slowly. My biggest fear is that he's gonna go against the guardrail again. He might go through it and go down the cliff. Keep your wheel straight. Don't brake, you're sliding. You're sliding. 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 Yeah, you're gonna spin 180. No, no, no. Put it in reverse, let go of the brakes. Touch the brakes! Don't hit the brakes! Keep on going, on reverse, see what happens.
On an icy hill near Guelph.
This is sketchy.
Adam's attempt to clear the van.
No, no, no. Put it in reverse, let go of the brakes. Touch the brakes! Don't hit the brakes!
Has gone off course.
You almost made it. Whew. Just tells you how slippery this hill is. You're at the bottom of the hill. How you feeling?
Oh, terrific.
You need a new pair of underwear?
Almost.
Just watching it, it wasn't fun.
The van has almost made it. If Adam can provide some traction, the driver can move off the shoulder and off this road.
Yeah, give it a try. Getting traction. There go the brakes. Really? Wow. There you go. There you go. One out. What a day.
And the road isn't clear yet.
We're gonna have fun with that truck. The plow can all go until we clear. How you doing?
Good, you?
Hey, you know, had better days. So, we're gonna hook onto your front end. We're gonna swing it this way. You wanna get out of that dip, right? Turn that wheel more. There you go. Okay, stop, 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 stop.
He's got a fully loaded trailer at the back, but he's got pretty good tires on his truck. After seeing what happened with the Sprinter van, I know how icy that hill is.
You ready? Give her. Keep it to the right. Go. It worked. Now we gotta worry about the van with passengers.
The last vehicle
Just go slow, eh?
is on its way.
Okay. You got all three vehicles clear from the hill. You can come down. Okay. Okay? Yep.
Now the plow can get to work.
This just shows you how the towing community can come together. No matter the name on the door, the guys work together as a team.
Thanks, man.
No problem, no problem. Anytime, anytime.
It feels pretty good to help people when they're in a bad situation.
See you on the next one.
They appreciate your help. It's not always about competition. Sometimes you gotta work together.
Be careful today. Have a good trip.
120 miles north.
All right, we're on our way, buddy. We'll see you soon.
James Ireland is heading up out of Barrie. And today, he's not riding alone.
You got to keep in mind when we're there, keep eyes in the back of your head because there's going to be lanes open. It's the 400.
3 years ago, James left Classic to start Rescue 51 with his wife, Fabiana.
You ready now?
Yeah.
And the gamble has paid off.
James Ireland.
Yeah.
Take the first tag.
Out of the way! It's just been full steam ahead ever since the day we started answering the phone. We got to pull that thing sideways. Okay. Keep a wheel stern.
Starting our own business has been the best decision yet. It's a little scary, but we're growing. We're growing very fast.
And Fabiana's experience on the road is growing as fast as the company.
I go out with James to help him out on wrecks. We work together very well, actually.
Hook it up and out of here.
I would love to see more women involved in the heavy towing industry. There's not that many out there, and it's actually a lot of fun.
That's the way we do it.
Today, they're heading 35 miles north of Barrie to a job up Highway 400.
What is it?
53-foot trailer that's gone in between some guardrails and a rock cut down the ditch about 200 feet in. Sounds like it'll be a little bit challenging. All right, we're here. Bring your helmet out of the toolbox.
Okay.
Yeah, this is a good one. We've had a tractor trailer go off the highway here. He's come down between a rock cut and a set of guardrails.
The semi sideswiped the rocky terrain, narrowly missing a direct hit.
10 feet would have made all the difference here. The Canadian Shield outcrops everywhere along this highway. It's solid rock.
These rock cuts are very unforgiving. It literally ripped this truck apart. The front axle's out, the fuel tank is out of it. This driver is extremely lucky.
Steve Cook from Lewis Heavy Towing has pulled the wreck back 50 feet, but needs some extra muscle for the final stretch to the road.
Let's get this thing here rigged up.
Whenever I'm short on trucks or need a hand, I'll call James.
Got it, Chris? Yep. We're just waiting for the police to shut down one lane so I can get my truck turned around now. This is our major eastbound, westbound to out west. So we got to get this thing out of here and get this road open.
And on such an important route, drivers are in a hurry.
Truck traffic gets quite crazy coming down here.
That truck, I know for sure that truck could go slower through here. And these guys are just hammered down.
Look at this guy.
Being on the highway, we have to be very careful. One of the drivers from Lewis actually got hit recently because people are not slowing down and moving over for us.
We're both out here and we have kids and we never know what's going to happen if we're going to come home or not.
We have to have eyes in the back of our head, the side of our head, everything. All it takes is slow down when you go through a spot like this, and they can't do it. I don't know why. Really?
You go any faster?
Really?
You go any faster?
It's absolutely ridiculous. It's not like they don't have enough warning and red lights behind us.
On Highway 400, north of Port Severn.
Like, look at these idiots.
James and Fabiana are facing a tough wreck next to speeding traffic.
People are not slowing down and giving us room to work.
So the OPP steps in to shut down all southbound lanes.
10 minutes is what we need, eh?
Oh, okay, so James is going to go turn around now.
The closure gives the crew the room they need to work safely. But it adds intense pressure.
Right now, we need to get this highway clear and get out of here. James thinks that we can have this highway reopened in 10 minutes.
Am I out of the lane?
10 minutes doesn't seem to be a long time.
This is a pretty busy road right now, and obviously, you know, being closed is not good.
Oh, okay, we're blocked.
With Steve's wrecker rigged to the rear of the trailer, James will hold the front end upright as Steve pulls the rig back and onto the road.
Good, good, good. Okay, Steve, they're good to go. Just go easy, buddy.
We're trying to make it not only come backwards, but come sideways, away from the rocks.
But they can't pull it too far sideways.
It's between a set of guardrails and a rock cut. We got to steer it out without damaging the guardrails. Let's give it a bit, Steve. See what it'll do. Just go slow, go half speed.
We have about a foot right now.
Are we okay over there?
The front is cleared the rocks now.
Yeah, that's good enough, Steve. Let's re-rig. Let's do it! Far side only, Steve. Far side only. Just go easy, buddy.
Are you pulling up?
Okay, hold up. Fabiana, grab me a snatch block. I need to get more pull on it, so we're adding a low line with a snatch block so we can try and rip this out onto the highway.
With his 10 minutes almost up,
I'm grabbing a snatch block for him.
James is relying on his apprentice.
Fabiana's got to hustle getting this thing rigged.
Where are we hooking it?
I'm learning a little more and getting a little more confident.
Is this what we're doing? Where is he?
I'm learning, but then I forget 5 minutes later.
Just trying to change the angle here a little bit. Okay, tweak her back a bit. Everybody get back out of here. Go ahead, Steve. A little more.
The semi is almost on the road.
Your winches are a lot faster than mine.
But Steve is getting ahead of James.
Just go about half speed.
If Steve gets too far ahead, James won't be able to hold the trailer upright.
We're just worried about it rolling.
My truck is newer and the winches are a faster speed. It's critical that we pull together and talk together.
Just go slow, Steve, real slow. That's it, it's coming out. Coming.
His lines go loose, the unit could roll over into the rock cut.
The back tires are up in the air. It's scary.
Slow, 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 Steve. Slow, slower. Let me pull a little bit more, Steve.
I don't like when the wheels are up in the air like that. I feel like it's gonna go over.
Just go slow, Steve, real slow.
On the southbound 400, north of Barrie.
A little more. Go ahead, Steve.
It is very tense.
James is facing a semi, rolling onto the road, while also rolling sideways.
Hold on, Steve. If he gets pulling too hard, the truck could tip over a little further than we like it to.
Oh, this is taking too long. This is taking too long.
When you come around the corner and then all of a sudden there's OPP and a crash truck there, it's hard to see. So it's really important that we get these jobs done on time.
A little bit, Steve. Just give it a hair for me. Slow, Steve, slow. Let me try and do most of it. Slow, stop, stop. Stop, Steve, stop, stop. Let me try it. Just give it a little bunt, just a hair. Good, stop. Again. Do it like that. There, now look at it. I think it's out good, Steve, no? We're done, it's up. Break her down. We hit our timeline at 10 minutes.
They're just gonna open up another lane right now?
Everything worked really good, and we got the lanes open again. Okay, that's perfect.
There's just one more step, and James knows the perfect member of the crew to take it on.
So we got to get this tire winched up. The thing weighs like 400 pounds. It's too heavy to roll up the hill with people. It's too dangerous. So Fabiana's going to pull it up the hill. I can send Fabiana to do anything now. She's really coming along and learning what we're doing out here.
And I actually like operating the controls.
Hold up. Just try it. I'm hoping it sneaks underneath.
Oh, you're smart. What would I do without you?
It makes these jobs go faster when we have another person we're working with that knows what's going on.
I think we're always learning, and James and Steve are good teachers, so it's perfect.
It's nice to see women getting involved in this industry.
Got it?
It brings a different perspective to it.
This weighs a lot more than I do. It's cold, it's wet, it's uncomfortable, and for some reason, I like it. Why am I doing all the hard work?
That's what we do around here.
Right now, we need to get out of here because I'm getting hangry, and you don't want that.
That's a lot of weight.
Next time on Heavy Rescue 401.
Swing your boom.
I can.
Long load.
Guys, wait.
Short rent.
Right of the max.
A new team
Why isn't it coming?
fights heavy odds.
Just boom up. Go!
Had to been a hell of a ride.
And when wheels come off,
It's all broken.
the battle
Okay, stop.
is on.